This is Guru Focus Market Today, your afternoon market brief for Wednesday, August 26. Here's where things stand. Nvidia reported record second quarter fiscal 2027 revenue of $96.2 billion, citing strong growth in artificial intelligence and data center demand. The company also forecast continued expansion in these segments, reinforcing its leadership in the AI hardware market. Investors are closely watching Nvidia's results for further signals on the sector's momentum, with the company set to report after the close today.
Turning now to Meta Platforms. The company has agreed to pay up to $18 billion to settle lawsuits from 29 U.S. states. The suits alleged that Facebook and Instagram contributed to social media addiction among children and teens. As part of the settlement, Meta will also implement changes to its platforms aimed at addressing these concerns. This next story is about Salesforce, which saw its shares surge after posting record second quarter fiscal 2027 results. The company's performance was driven by robust growth in artificial intelligence offerings and investment gains from Anthropic. Salesforce is also scheduled to report after the close, with analysts estimating earnings per share of $1.81 and revenue of $11.32 billion. Meanwhile, core inflation in the United States remained elevated at 3.3% year-over-year in July, according to the Federal Reserve's preferred inflation gauge. Consumer spending has slowed amid ongoing global conflicts and persistent trade tensions, adding to concerns about the economic outlook. On the economy, the U.S. national debt has reached $40 trillion, raising alarms among Wall Street strategists about fiscal sustainability and the stability of the bond market. This milestone comes as policymakers face growing pressure to address long-term budget challenges. Staying with market volatility, global currency and bond markets remain tense ahead of the Jackson Hole summit. Recent interventions have added pressure on policymakers as investors await signals that could shape monetary policy in the coming months. Also making news today, Bitcoin briefly surpassed $81,000 before pulling back, as traders look ahead to key inflation data. The move highlights ongoing volatility in the cryptocurrency market.
Turning to the energy sector, U.S. diesel prices are nearing record highs, with the national average at $5.62 per gallon. Supply constraints and geopolitical tensions are driving prices higher, impacting transportation and logistics costs across the economy. Elsewhere, Hyundai Motor Group has gained more U.S. market share this decade than any other automaker. The company is considering expanding its Georgia factory, which would make it the largest auto plant in the United States by capacity. In corporate news, Vanguard announced the acquisition of Altruist, a private financial technology firm, aiming to expand access to financial advice for individual investors and advisors. The move is expected to broaden Vanguard's reach in the wealth management sector.
Meanwhile, Boston Scientific confirmed a cybersecurity incident that has affected its operations, resulting in a decline in its share price as the company investigates the breach. On the regulatory front, the FDA has approved a once-daily pill for metastatic pancreatic cancer. The new treatment nearly doubles patient survival rates and marks a significant advance in cancer care. Turning to company developments, SpaceX has unveiled plans for a $100 billion launch facility in Louisiana. The project is expected to create thousands of jobs and provide a significant boost to the regional economy. Finally, U.S. mortgage rates have climbed to their highest level in 3 weeks, further weakening homebuyer demand and leading to a decline in mortgage applications. That wraps up today's market update. We'll be back soon with the latest market news. Thanks for listening to the Guru Focus Brief.